What's going on, faded culture? How to do a perfect mid fade for beginners. Today I got my boy David here. He is a member of our online school community. So we told him, since he is local, how about you just pull up to our space and we show you step by step how we would do it. That way I can better see where he needs help and how I can better help guide him throughout this haircut. So based on your fade that you give him, where do you feel like you want to improve? Like, do you feel like it just needs to be blended more?
What it is on his specific head is like, I could fade it nice, like the fade will go smooth all the way across the head, but on the sides of the head, around his C-cup area, like right here, or just like lower in general, he gets like this harsh like bolt guideline, or
like this one right here that you see?
It's like a harsh guideline, so whenever I'm fading in right here, it just seems to come higher and higher. And since his hair is real light, like it makes it easier to just push
this dark up.
Yeah, that dark guideline up.
Okay. I kind of want to understand how you would set in your guidelines. So if there's anything that sticks out throughout like my process, I want you to be like, oh shit, like I like how you did that.
Yeah.
Because that's where I feel like, okay, like I need to elaborate more on my haircuts when I do that, because it made sense to you. But I want you to just mimic that same line on the opposite side. I want to say how you, I want to see how you would lay it down.
I usually take it as low as I can, like across what's it called, his C-cup, to his eye. You match it to his ear.
Let me see. Yeah, no, it's good. Let me see. Even about a finger on this side. Could probably
Maybe
go up a little bit more.
Yeah. Give it more of a curve.
You could even angle the clipper a little bit more since our first guideline. I feel like you're trying to like get under it all the way like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we can literally just
tap it with the corner.
Yeah, tap, like set it in with the corner too. Like
try.
See, I would say too, instead of angling that way, you see how you're going this way, you could potentially take off too much.
Yeah.
So I would keep the blade this way.
The other way.
Yeah, that way you're not like accidentally taking off too much that way. So just literally like this. So just be mindful that you want to keep the blade a lot of the times, especially because I feel like you already have like a certain speed that you go. You just start working at it. I'll just be careful doing that.
Just be more steady.
Yeah, more steady. Give yourself a slower pace. That way you can see what's going on. Because if you're like that, you could easily be taking up the fade. I mean, right there looks good. On my next guideline, I've been noticing I feel like a lot of people have a problem with taking up their guide too high. And I feel like a lot of people want to do the scoop motion too much. Yeah. Honestly, for the first couple guidelines, like before the 1.5, I literally just move up and I literally just go soft like that. Once I start leaving the head where I want to fade, I start creating more so of like a ramp. And I start moving like that way. Yeah. Instead of going like this, because that's what makes it, that's what a lot of the times creates that hard bulge on top that you probably think you keep creating it. You know what I'm saying? Because you keep scooping in and it keeps leaving like a dark line. I know sometimes there's overhang, that's why we debulk, but you could like try not to, when you do that.
What I do, I like flick out a little bit.
Yeah, try not to like flick out like in there though.
To make like a harder line.
Yeah, to make a harder line. Is literally just take it out a little bit right there if you need to.
Yeah.
But sometimes I don't even do that. As long as I know that I went over it a little bit, I know with the next guard, it'll reveal it anyway. Lay it flat. You don't even gotta think scoop. Just come up about a 1/4 inch. Just try to make it as parallel and as clean as possible. And just be soft with it. You don't gotta like dig it in.
Yeah, I saw you were being like real light.
Yeah. And also focus on using just the corner. Like it helps you be a little bit more precise. But next I'm gonna go ahead and grab the number 1 guard. Lever still fully open. I'm gonna do the same thing. Literally just come about a 1/4 inch. Right here, I still don't feel like I need to start like ramping out because it's still like we're working on the flat part of the head. It's usually once we're right here about like the next guard is where we'll start trying to have that in our minds that we're ramping out. He does have thin hair like you said, so you had that first guideline. You could barely see that middle one. See that guide right there? Literally just stay parallel. Even if you're like working this way, you could go this way, or you could work that way. Whatever. Yeah, whatever you feel more comfortable doing. But then just keep a slow tempo and just press that middle of the part of the clipper. Try not to scoop, just go up and down and glide that middle part of that. Okay, another way to help you, because I feel like you're doing like
more of a scoop.
More of using your fingers and your wrist, like keep all this tight, not like real tight to where it's straining you, but focus on you're just moving your elbow, your arm.
Yeah.
Like this is all one motion, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when you're using your fingers and stuff, that's what makes it like
it's giving it a flick.
Yeah, it like naturally you throw in flicks. Use your elbow as if you're already starting to like ramp out words to leave more length right here. 1.5, lever fully open. Now see, here's where I start already thinking like, I'm gonna use the middle. I'm still using just my elbow, and I'm just coming up about a 1/4 inch above that, but I'm literally like thinking ramp, because I wanna start ramping outward, and then just be soft with it. You know, I don't really press the clipper hard, just literally going up and down with it. You're already thinking in your head, you're trying to connect from here to this, but you're not going all the way up there, just moving up a little bit. Number 2, lever still open. The higher you go, the more you want to like be on the exterior part of the hair, not in there scooping in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to start trying to connect to the top. So you see where you need to be?
Yeah.
Follow that way, and just try to come up only a little bit. See, I can see how you're already starting to like flare out, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times when you're doing that, you're not gonna take it out right away, so you gotta comb the hair back down, kind of see where else you gotta keep doing that.
Just trying to be more delicate with the hair.
Yeah.
Not leaving so much of a line in it.
Yeah. There you go. Now we'll do the 3 guard, and that's probably the last guard we'll use. 3 guard, lever fully open. And then it's probably not gonna finish connecting, but after that we can use clipper over comb or shears, finish connecting. Do the same thing right here. I'm gonna try not to even, real minimal. I'm just like literally, see, I'm barely even pressing on the head anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, as soon as I touch that hair, I'm like
shaping
flaring out, I'm shaping it. I think it messes a lot of people up too when they start learning, because that's a big way of teaching a lot of people. A lot of instructors teach like use a C-scoop motion.
Yeah.
And it makes sense, but I feel like it makes more sense with the first lines, because right here you don't really, you're not gonna create like a hard bulk in the beginning guidelines. But once you get over here, if you keep thinking that, you're creating like, giving yourself less space to fade into this top bulk. Just comb it down and go over it again, see if it needs a little bit more. See, I like how you're staying on the exterior of it. And remember, you don't gotta connect 100% yet, so just keep in mind you're only moving up and down like about a 1/4 inch in space. So I know we have these 2 guidelines right there. You can see that middle one?
Yeah.
And that bottom one. That middle one, it always takes me about 2 guards. So I have the half clip right here, lever, I just close it a little bit. I'm literally still going up and down. I'm not really focusing on scooping. Now I'll move on to this middle part. I feel like it's a little lighter on this side, on your side. Well, 1, I know he had a design before, but then 2, I feel like it had a lot to do with like, you were like coming in and scooping out, so it makes like, you start making it bald or higher.
Yeah.
So if you were to just been like, just softer and just going flat, I think it'll help you. Just soften up that spot a little bit more right there in the middle. See that right there? Now the next guard, the 1, I'm gonna still leave that lever at that 3/4 spot. I'm gonna try to get rid of everything else that was left above, starting again with this small section. See, I can visually see like what little areas need to be attacked. And that's why even if, like, I know I started at 3/4, but if I feel like I want to go a little bit higher, and I don't trust myself with that, I'll open it, or I'll use a higher guard, because I'm scared to kind of press in all the way. Just literally working on the exterior part to soften it up. Just remember, just keep brushing so you know, and then just be soft with it. All right, so you're here because you're ready to jump into this industry, or you're already in it and are just looking for more guidance on how to level up.
So this course is broken down into 4 pillars. You got the technical skill, the self-development, the finance, and the marketing. Basically everything you need to know to be a badass in the industry and in your business and personal life too. Let us know if you have any questions in regards to any of this. We're here to help.
When you're moving too fast, I feel like you might accidentally. But see, like if I move slow, like I feel like you were trying to blend that part out. I'll open it all the way.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to sculpt it out a little bit.
See, when you move slower, I feel like you have a little bit more control, and you look barely just tapping it. Yeah, so I want to see you like take out that one, but just try to move a little bit slower and see if that helps. Just focus on taking out that little dark area right there. Move a little slower, and then with the corner, you see that dark area right there?
Yeah.
Just focus on that one. Just move slow and sculpt that one out. I'm gonna start with the 3 lever position, starting with, since we set our first guideline with the trimmer, now I'm gonna start with it closed. This one too, I'm literally just going up and down real slow. Open it halfway, a little bit higher. And then just open it all the way. Any little last parts that we need to blend out. Open it halfway, move up a little higher. Just stay in that same spot. Just open it all the way. And again. Yeah. Halfway. Then fully open. I didn't do it all the way, but I see how like you start understanding you don't need to move that many times. When you start moving less, you start understanding exactly how much you need to be moving so you don't overwork. Closed, halfway. And fully open. Open it halfway. I think it needs a little bit more right here.
Yeah, right there.
We'll go ahead and just finish throughout the whole spot. And then we'll go back and do any touch-up work if we need to. And just keep in mind, that's a good mental note, so you know that if you're pressing down too hard, it's because, or if you're creating like hard line, by the time you get to lever open, it should be real minimal. You shouldn't have a hard line you have to erase. So just know that in your mind, like if I'm leaving hard lines, that's because
I'm pressing too hard.
You're pressing too hard and you're not
being like soft enough.
Yeah, you're not being soft enough, and you're scooping and you're pressing in too hard. Yeah, it's pretty good. But that's where I feel like we need to practice. So like, look, I'm gonna do the same thing, lever close, halfway. I'm trying to glide over the hair. I'm not really pressing in there. Just trying to be soft with it so I can glide over it. And then open it all the way. Yeah, so see, I already softened those parts up that were a little dark. And I didn't do anything else different.
Right there about the C-cup.
Where?
Right here?
Yeah. So literally like close it back and just be soft with it. I know, especially on this side, I feel like it's hard for you to cut this way. Maybe you got to position yourself a certain way and then just cut against the grain. A lot of times if you're like that, you might end up accidentally using this part of the clipper. That's good right there, I feel. Now I'm gonna go around and just really look for the touch-up. And sometimes I won't do the touch-up work till after I even style it, because that's what helps reveal everything.
Yeah, I know y'all keep the touch-up work to the very end.
Yeah. All right guys, but that's pretty much it for this mid-fade tutorial. Went back and forth with my boy David here where he needed some more training on. So we figured out that same thing with getting that understanding of, instead of scooping in and creating hard lines that you're always chasing, keeping in mind that we want to ramp outwards so that we can better fade into that top bulk that we're trying to fade into. But other than that, I hope y'all were able to take something from this tutorial so that y'all's haircuts could come out as clean as possible. But with that being said, I guess we'll catch y'all on the next tutorial.
Make it.
100 bucks?
Put my shoes on it. What shoes you wearing?
The Yeezys.
Yeezys versus the Travis.
All right, if you make it, you keep my shoes.
I'll sell them.
All right, but if you don't, I keep yours and I sell yours. Just want some Travis Scott. First comment, get some Travis Scott. Smell like doo-doo.